Hello, Landon. Obviously a intense kind of switch of venue and just scenery in general for this final game. Could you take us through a cathartic seeming victory here for the team, and as well as the experience of having this game move from Snapdragon over into Louisville?
Yeah, there's a lot there, Tony. It was a long week on Friday. Um, these poor women have dealt with a lot all year, and this sort of just in some ways was a fitting end, but I am so incredibly proud of them. What we've started building here is really special given the circumstances. And it's starting to feel certainly tonight it felt like there was a turning point. It's a group that's had to become really resilient given everything that's gone on, and I'm just really proud of their effort and how they handled everything and just got themselves going. They were in a great place before the game, and then they performed really well. So I'm really proud of them.
And then with the new digital media venture announced by yourself and Tim Howard, does this now signal a no interim follow-up for you or next year for the NWSL? Is this the end of your NWSL season adventure, or is this something more to come?
That does not signal anything other than I'm excited to do it, to have a podcast finally. The agreement with Jill all along was we'll get through the season and then we'll talk. So we're now through the season. We all hoped it was going to last a little longer. Unfortunately, it didn't, but now we'll get home tonight. I'll reconvene with Jill and Cami this week, and then we'll go from there.
Appreciate it. Safe travels.
Thank you, Tony.
We'll go to Amor. Go ahead, Amor.
Thank you. Hola, Landon, en español me gustaría preguntarte, obviamente dices que vas a platicar con la dirigencia del club, pero ¿tú te quieres quedar en el club, Landon? ¿Te gustaría permanecer o te ha llamado algún otro club del fútbol varonil? ¿Cómo está esa situación en cuanto a seguir la próxima temporada?
Gracias, amor. La realidad es que no he pensado tanto en eso porque no hay razón. Siempre iba a ser que vamos a platicar después de la temporada. He aprendido en mi vida que no es necesario pensar en cosas que no controlo y por eso estaba enfocado en el equipo hasta ahora. Y esta noche tenemos 5 horas en avión. Voy a empezar a pensar en todo, hablar con mi familia, hablar con Jill y Cami, los nuevos dueños, y tener una charla honesto y decidir juntos.
¿Y qué tiene San Diego para que te quieras quedar? ¿Qué tiene la NWSL? ¿Qué viste en esta experiencia, Landon?
Pues es una ciudad especial, es un club especial y me encanta San Diego. Me encantó trabajando con estas mujeres cada día. Es una pasión mío. Y como he dicho, muy orgulloso en lo que han hecho toda la temporada, no solamente hoy. Y me da mucha alegre estar con ellas cada día.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, amor.
We'll go to Alejandro and then Abraham. Go ahead, Alejandro.
Landon, what are some words you can say about Naomi Girma, right? Obviously one of the world's best, but she scored a brace in the international break. What are some words that you can say about her?
She was awesome tonight. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's a special player, and part of the thinking tonight was can't put her at risk after the year she's had. So she's a real pro. She said she was willing to play and happy to play, and I said, well, only if we need you will we put you in there. And so it's been a joy to work with her. It's been, although a successful year on the national team side, it's been challenging for all of them, including Naomi, to deal with the hurdles of this year. But she's been a great pro every day, and it's going to be really fun to watch her continue to grow.
Thank you, Landon.
You're welcome, Alejandro.
Go ahead, Abraham, and then we'll finish it up with Chris.
Hey, Landon, thanks for the time. Could you first just walk us through the decision to move the game itself? Were you and the players involved in that decision, and how did that come about?
I was not involved. That's above my pay grade. Thankfully, that would have brought me a lot of stress. I've learned in this game, Abraham, that there are a lot of things you can't control. And so the beauty of playing in CONCACAF for all these years is you get used to these situations and you just don't bat an eye. And it's been the first experience, I think, for a lot of our women here going through Champions Cup, traveling different places, having delays, all sorts of things that have gone on this year. But ultimately, it makes you more resilient and it's good for you. So the next time something like this happens, they can all look at each other and say, hey, remember when we had to go to Louisville on 36 hours notice and we still won the game? We can do this. And so I actually think those experiences make you better, even if they're difficult in the moment. They help build resilience, and I think that's really important in life.
And just at a larger level, what do you think you've learned the most from your time as the coach and ending this season?
Good question. I think a lot of my reflection is on how I would have done things differently, given the fact that there were only so many weeks to do it. What I know is building something gradually that's sustainable. And that's really hard to do in 10 weeks, especially when results matter. So when you don't have a preseason to build those things, I think my learning is that I might have been just more pragmatic and a little bit, I guess, uglier, for lack of a better word, in how we played to try to get the results needed. Um, that being said, like when you watch a game like tonight, you see so many of the good things we've been building. And when we have a full complement of players, I really believe there's this team is as good as any of the teams in the league, and we've shown that over a short period of time. So the growth has been awesome. It's been really fun to watch, but my learning would be maybe I'm just more pragmatic than I like to be to help get results. And if I'm ever an interim again, that's something I'll certainly remember and try to learn from.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Abraham.
We'll go final question with Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes, I know you said that this has not been about you, but I was going to ask the question is what about this experience has brought you the most satisfaction? And at what point did you realize that things that were starting to gel and they were able to win again?
Thanks for asking. I love impacting their lives in a positive way, and that can mean on the field, that can mean off the field. I know I'm not popular sometimes with them because I have to make hard decisions, even a few hard ones tonight. But they know that I care about them. They know that I love them like family, and I can't help that. I don't fake that. And I hope that they respect that and appreciate that. That's what brings me joy every day. I'm really competitive. I want to win, but building culture and something that's sustainable over time is what brings me the most passion. And we haven't had long, but I've seen a lot of growth from this team. And I think in that way, the future is really bright for them.